White pawn marches to a3. Black pawn marches to g5. White pawn marches to e4. Black pawn marches to c5. White pawn marches to d4. Black pawn captures pawn at d4. White queen captures pawn at d4. Black knight marches to f6. White bishop captures pawn at g5. Black knight marches to c6. White queen retreats to d3. Black queen marches to b6. White bishop retreats to c1. Black knight marches to g4. White knight marches to h3. Black pawn marches to d6. White knight marches to c3. Black knight retreats to e5. White queen marches to b5. Black queen captures queen at b5. White bishop captures queen at b5. Black bishop captures knight at h3. White pawn captures bishop at h3. Black pawn marches to a6. White bishop retreats to e2. Black knight marches to d4. White king moves sideways to d1. Black knight captures bishop at e2. White knight captures knight at e2. Black rook moves sideways to c8. White pawn marches to b3. Black rook moves sideways to g8. White bishop marches to e3. Black pawn marches to b5. White pawn marches to a4. Black pawn marches to b4. White pawn marches to a5. Black pawn marches to e6. White rook marches to a2. Black bishop marches to e7. White knight marches to g3. Black king marches to d7. White king marches to e2. Black bishop retreats to d8. White rook moves sideways to d1. Black rook moves sideways to b8. White pawn marches to f4. Black knight retreats to c6. White bishop marches to c5. Black bishop marches to c7. White bishop captures pawn at d6. Black bishop captures bishop at d6. White pawn marches to e5. Black king moves sideways to c7. White pawn captures bishop at d6 and gives check. Black king escapes check at d7. White knight marches to e4. Black rook marches to g2 and gives check. White king escapes check at f3. Black rook captures pawn at h2. White knight marches to c5 and gives check. Black king escapes check at e8. White rook moves sideways to g1. Black resigns and white wins the game.